Welcome back to my channel. I have to use a stand-in for Coach Eli because he threatens copyright strikes even for his image, which is strange since I had also seen an older video of his where he talked about how he doesn't do copyright strikes anymore, that they are a waste of time, that he wants to prove he can succeed in spite of those people, and most importantly, that he not only hasn't done any strikes for a long time, but never will do them again. Of course, if you pay attention to what Eli says, you can pretty much expect him to do the opposite. Like he'll say he isn't going to attack someone, and in the very next sentence, he's attacking them. Or he'll do a 90-minute or more live stream talking about how he's not going to get into drama, and then the rest of the stream is about the drama. Or he'll say, this is the last video where I'll talk about whatever. And then the next day, he's talking about it again. I have a bunch of videos documenting these things, but my plan is to only be doing this one plus the prior video about him. Let's get started. On February 14th, I released a video about some stuff that Coach Eli said about the Filipina P. At that time, I only focused on a single item he brought up because I hadn't followed his channel and so couldn't judge him overall. But I did find what he said on that one issue to be full of assumptions. Still, my point was to show how you can disagree with someone without being nasty about it. However, after first doing that video, I saw Coach Eli again in a live stream on RJ Sandifer's channel, and frankly, I think Eli was totally out of line, dependent on assumptions, and can't even be consistent with his own standards, and seems to not really be as much of a friend as he claims. That will be the focus of this video. So, to start with, let me point out that Eli keeps saying he's RJ's friend, respects him, is not attacking him, etc. You'll see this in some later quotes from Eli's own live stream, which Eli released shortly after being on RJ's channel. I submit that, with friends like Eli, who needs enemies? During RJ's stream with Eli and Crazy Kid, a viewer posted in the live chat that P was visiting Florida. The key point in the stream was when RJ said this.
Guys, I'm trying to not talk about her as much on this channel because there are people that troll her, and they've been coming here starting trouble.
Yeah.
She did ask me not to bring her up a lot because it does bring the trolls. She's just trying to protect her channel.
That's pretty clear that RJ does not want to discuss P herself, and he gave perfectly legitimate reasons. Remember, this is on RJ's channel. He gets to decide. So what does a so-called friend do? Well, if it is Eli who is already on record as making assumptions about P and her supporters, you ignore RJ's wishes and talk about her anyway.
RJ, can you mind if I jump in here for a second? And I support you, and I'm not here to talk smack. I'm not going to talk smack about her.
Notice Eli said he's not there to talk smack about P. Remember what I said a moment ago about how Eli can't even maintain his own standards? Watch what he then says.
She's trying to protect one thing, and that's what's making her the money. She's protecting the thirsty beta males that, will donate large amounts of money to any woman without ever receiving any.
I don't want to get into that discussion. I do have a friendship with her, and I don't want to damage that.
So right after saying he's not there to talk smack, Eli immediately starts talking smack. That P only cares about her channel, about making money from thirsty beta males, which means he's also attacking her supporters, which would include RJ. There's a pattern of Eli saying one thing and then, literally immediately, doing the opposite. And I don't think he even sees it as contradictory, which is scary. It seems like he thinks if he talks smack or attacks someone or stirs up drama, different definitions apply. He simply will do things like label his smack, attacks, etc. as some sort of revealed truth. Very convenient for him, also very narcissistic. In fact, if you made a drinking game out of this, where you go through each of his videos about P and RJ, where you drink a shot every time Eli says he isn't doing something, and then within seconds is doing it anyway, you'd be drunk out of your mind in minutes. Besides this example, there are more in his video. I can't cover all the examples. Meanwhile, note the assumptions over and over, which could make a good drinking game themselves. Remember, Eli actually has no idea who is giving any support financially beyond AdSense for just watching, nor how much anyone may give, and not even why they do it. Assumptions are so much easier. So you've just seen Eli ignore what RJ specifically said he doesn't want to talk about, which is RJ's prerogative on his own channel. Also, anyone who saw Eli talk about P the last time, as documented in my February 14th video, already knew what Eli was going to say before he opened his mouth. He repeats the same assumptions ad nauseum every time. Note also that RJ again said he didn't want to talk about P, and he doesn't want to hurt his friendship with her. Because RJ is trying to be a good friend, unlike Eli, he made the logical choice to not talk about her so much. Watch how friend Eli reacts moments later.
Do you mind if I just say one more thing for you? End that, RJ?
Make it quick.
In general, RJ, there are lots of women out there that have exploited the thirsty beta male market, and these guys think that if they donate money to these women, that the woman's gonna fall in love with them or sleep with them or something, and it's just ridiculous, how unfair this is for these guys to have their money, in my opinion, extorted. In
Okay,
that
whoa,
way.
whoa. All right. You've said your piece, Eli. You've said your piece. I don't want to get into that subject.
Eli uses what I call weasel words to pretend he's not talking about P specifically. Things like saying, with emphasis, that he's speaking about women in general. But everyone knows he is talking about P for two reasons. One is that P is the only woman that has been brought up, but also because, as you can see in my February 14th video, Eli makes these exact attacks directly against P. Eli took advantage of RJ's friendship and his propensity to be a nice guy to run over RJ. And RJ was way too nice, letting him make his claim, which was nothing but Eli's assumptions. I've heard multiple videos from Eli now about this, and it is the same crap over and over. The short clips I just showed is essentially his whole argument. But if you let him, he can go for an hour saying the same thing. And he did that last one after RJ had already said he didn't want to be talking about P. Eli just doesn't care about what the person he says is his friend wants to do on his own channel. What kind of friend is that? It sounds like the kind of friend that takes advantage of others. Now, that was just the disrespect Eli showed on RJ's own channel. RJ set the limits, as is his right, and Eli just didn't care. Attacking someone RJ considers a friend was all Eli cared about, not friendship with RJ. Eli then followed a short time later with his own live stream, so he was frustrated that he didn't get to rant forever on RJ's channel. He could have talked all he wanted about P on his own channel. He'd still be making silly assumptions, but he could do it. Yet that isn't all he did. He brutally criticized RJ as well while claiming to be his friend, love him, etc. In other words, it was Eli that brought in the drama while saying he wasn't going to. Pretty much anytime Eli says he isn't going to do something, you can expect that is what he will immediately do. I've grouped similar statements Eli made together, but each set are just some of the examples. I figure if you hear a few, that's enough to establish the kind of friend Eli is.
Still have love for you, RJ, and I'm not here to talk smack. I'm not here to attack RJ. I'm not here to talk smack about anyone.
Isn't that nice? How he loves RJ and isn't going to talk smack and isn't going to attack RJ. In fact, he's not going to attack anyone. What a nice guy.
I'm just using you for example purposes. Like, I'm not trying to shame you, RJ.
He's using RJ as an example? That's concerning. And not trying to shame RJ? Is it going to be accidental or something? Let's listen to some more.
I love you, you're a mod here. I'm not trying to trash talk you. I'm not gonna smack talk you. Hope you don't do that to me. I still won't smack talk you. I'm not looking to bash the Filipina P or anyone.
Well, that sounds better. He loves RJ, not trying to trash talk him or smack talk him. He's not even looking to bash the Filipina P or anyone. Now that you know what he says his feelings are about RJ and all the things he says he isn't trying to do, let's look at all the accidental things he actually does.
A lot of men react the way RJ did, and that's why they're suckers. But honestly, I'd feel ashamed if I said what you said. I would. I would feel like I have no spine. I would feel like I have no self-respect. But honestly, dude, how do you expect me to respect you? It's really hard for me to respect people that don't respect themselves. You lack having a spine, and you lack self-respect. And you lack dignity, and you lack pride. Right? But that makes you look really, really, really pathetic and weak. And I'm not saying that to be mean.
If men who react like RJ are suckers, it sure sounds like he is saying RJ is a sucker. Sure seems to be saying RJ should be ashamed that he has no spine and no self-respect, and he shouldn't be expected to respect RJ. Eli also assumes RJ doesn't respect himself. Mind reading at its most abused. Then he claims that RJ lacks dignity and pride, finally saying RJ looks pathetic and weak. Isn't it great that Eli is a friend and not trying to be mean? Makes me wonder how far he'd go if he was trying to be mean and wasn't a friend. Yes, that was my sarcasm. I'm so relieved to see this included.
No one's betrayed RJ.
I think similar words may have been spoken by Benedict Arnold. Remember, this is just a small portion of the stuff Eli said. There's much more on his original video. Thanks for watching, and don't let the trolls stop you from speaking out.